Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be going over how to manage the market, kind of what to look for, stuff like that, and then also how to manage your silver effectively to get the most out of farming and spending. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first I'm going to pull up the market and go over kind of what we're looking for and what to do here when we pull up at the market. So now if you're a new player, you probably have some slots that are locked. I don't remember the exact price of unlocking them anymore because it was a while ago that I did mine. But the way I did it, you want to wait until there's like a blue shard or something, or like a 5-star artifact that you're looking for a specific character, and then spend the required resources to unlock it when there's something that you kind of want to see there. So you don't have to worry about like unlocking the whole market right away, but it is something that you're going to eventually kind of work towards, because it is nice to have this open every hour that it refreshes. So the way the market works is it's going to refresh every hour, but only if you click on it. So like you have to, it'll have a little red dot, kind of like you see down here at the champions. It'll have this red dot like right here, somewhere down here, and that means that the market has been refreshed. Now if you don't click on it, the clock to refresh it does not start. So it's not going to refresh every hour whether you click on it or not. You have to actually open it, and then when you open it, this clock up here in the top right will start counting down from 1 hour. When it gets to 0, it will refresh the entire market. So also, I don't think it's worth it to use the 5 gems to refresh. Maybe if this was 1 gem, it's something that I would do every now and then, but I still probably wouldn't do it that often. Checking the market is just kind of something you do on the side and kind of keep an eye out for things that you should be wanting to kind of acquire over time. Super early game, if you're a beginner, you may want to keep an eye out for certain uncommon champions, or even a common like Sister Militant, if you're trying to max them out to max their skills. If there's certain, commons or uncommons that you're using, that's kind of early game. Mid to late game, you don't really want to be buying commons and uncommons. It's not really worth it in terms of silver. What I do is I buy mystery shards every time I see them. If there's a mystery shard, I buy it, because that's kind of your most efficient way to get champions. Like if we see here, the Sister Militant is a common and it costs 8,000, and I believe there's some, I think commons either cost 8,000 or 11,000, so she's kind of a cheaper version. But we can see the mystery shard is 5,000, and that's a guaranteed common, or even possibly an uncommon. And we'll see here that the uncommon costs 44,000, and we have a chance for getting one out of this 5,000. And even if we don't, it's still better than the 8,000 of buying this common here. So over the course of the long haul, in terms of the back end of your army and replenishing food, you're gonna want to do it with mystery shards. So I buy these every time I see them. I just scoop them up, no questions asked, don't even think about it. I see a mystery shard, I buy it. And honestly, if I see any type of shard, I buy it. If now very rarely you'll see a blue shard, an ancient shard in the market, and I believe it costs 200,000 if I remember right. Excuse me. Those are always worth buying in my opinion. I see a shard in the market, I buy it. In terms of how common the blue shards are, I see one about probably once a week, every 7 to 10 days, about in there. So it's semi rare, and I probably refresh my market, I don't know, 5 or 6 times a day. So 5 times 7 is 35. A blue shard comes up in the market about every 30 to 40 market refreshes, something like that. It might be 50, but it's somewhere around there. Not super common, but not ridiculously rare, and I do think they are worth buying. The green shards show up, there's probably 2 to 4 every market refresh, somewhere in there. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 4, it's somewhere in there. Okay, but anyway, in terms of the gear that we're looking to buy, the market is a good way to kind of slowly accumulate gear over time to kind of flush out the back end of your army and help you gear up new characters that you can use. So what we're looking for, stars are more important than the rarity in my opinion. You definitely want to look for things that are 4 or 5 stars. If it's 3 stars and like really GG, then maybe. Or if it's early game and it's 2 stars and it's really GG, then okay. So if I pull up, this is an HP set, and its attack percentage. So now we have to think about the type of character we're going to be building that would wear this. If we're putting an HP chest on a character, it's probably going to be like a tank or a support. So we're probably going to want like HP percentage or something here, or even like accuracy or anything. We're probably not going to be putting it on like a DPS character, so I wouldn't buy this. It's attack percent on an HP chest. No thanks, and it's not even that good anyway. So then we go down. This is a lifesteal weapon, 4-star. Okay, this is worth looking at. And it rolled HP. The weapon's always going to roll attack. If this were like crit chance or speed or something, this might be worth taking a look at. And, you know, it'd be kind of iffy to buy it or not. Then we have offense gauntlets that are 3-star rares. And on gauntlets, we usually want crit chance. Now, endgame, it kind of changes because you can get close to 100% crit chance as like just using substats. So then you'd want something like crit damage here, which is good here. But if we're gonna buy something in the market, we want it to be good. You know, I would want like crit chance, crit damage, speed, you know, things like that, because it's an offense set, so it's going to be a damage dealing character. So that's kind of what you look for. The shield is 5 stars, so I would want to look at that. The shield's always going to roll defense, so that's never going to change. So down here, this being an uncommon, we're only going to get to see one substat. And like honestly, if this were speed, I'd probably buy it. Speed or crit chance or something, I'd probably buy this, even though it is kind of expensive. A crit chance shield here, again, remember it's always going to be defense. You know, this would need to be crit chance and speed kind of, or you know, something like that for me to buy it. So, you know, a character that's stacking crit accuracy can be, you know, semi-useful there for in certain situations. Resistance, probably not. So again, that's something I would pass on. But that's kind of the general things you're looking for. And I have talked about this in other videos, but I'll quickly rehash it. Weapons always roll attack. Shields always roll defense. Helms always roll HP. So those three, you're always going to get the same main stat right here. The boots, chest, and gloves can actually roll different main stats. So that's kind of what you want to watch out for when you're shopping for artifacts in the shop. Now, in terms of silver management, when we're farming, and I'll do a campaign battle here real quick. When we're farming, honestly, for new players and even, you know, maybe mid to late game players, I do like to farm stage 3 because it's going to give you the most silver per energy spent. The way it works is you're gonna want to probably farm stage 3 or stage 6. Stage 3 is gonna give you artifacts that sell for about 10% more silver, compared to in stage 6. That's kind of your second best option to farm. Boots drop there. Shields tend to sell for about 10% more than boots. So getting those artifacts that sell for 10% more over the long haul, it's going to add up to a lot of extra silver, which when you're new to the game, you're going to need that silver to be able to shop in the market and be able to upgrade your artifacts and stuff like that. So yes, you do need the XP as well, but in my opinion, it can be worth it a lot of times to sacrifice that 1 or 2% of XP to get the artifacts that sell for 10% more silver. I think that's kind of a good trade-off. So I do like to farm stage 3 just for kind of the boon in silver income can help a lot. Now, and my thing doesn't usually spin like that after each level, so that was weird that it kind of took extra time to load. But so also another tip is when you're kind of farming, some people don't know this, but you can actually click on this stuff. So like this thing isn't actually 12k. It's 12.12. So it's 12,120. It's not exactly 12k. And then on the shield, you can click on this and just sell it right away. So we don't have to like wait for it to go into our inventory and then after every time we farm, go in there, check everything, sell it. We can just sell it as we go and then hit replay. Also, I'm going to pull up the artifacts to kind of show you what I was talking about in terms of the shields. So we go into champions, we pull up our artifacts. Okay. And a handy thing here is we can actually collapse all, and then we can just pull up what we kind of want to see. And so stage 6 is where boots are going to drop. And if we click sell here, we see that 4-star common boots sell for $33.75, whereas a 4-star common shield, where are we at here? 4-star common shield is going to sell for $37.50. So the 4-star common shield sells for $37.50. And the 4-star common boots sell for about 10% less at $33.75. So that's what I was talking about in terms of the boots selling for less than the shield. So trading off that little bit of XP loss, like the 1 or 2%, can be worth it in the long run, especially for a new player to acquire that extra silver. And another thing to note on artifacts is they do not sell for anything more if they are upgraded or not. So if you're just selling for silver, you don't want to upgrade them because you get nothing for upgrading them. We see here this 3-star chest. 3-star common chest sells for $18.46. This 3-star common chest with 11 upgrades sells for the exact same price, $18.46 and $18.46. So you get nothing for upgrading them. So you might as well just sell them right after the run if it's something you're never going to use and you're farming. You clear the level, click the thing, sell it, replay. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna kind of do it in terms of managing the market and managing your silver income. Also, don't let yourself go broke. I like to keep a kind of a nice little bankroll. When I was a newer player, I always told myself I don't want to go under $1 million silver. So, if I'm upgrading artifacts or something, I get to $1 million and I stop. And now I kind of tell myself I don't want to go under 10 million. I want that buffer. Something super expensive comes up in the shop that I'm really looking for. It's like a 5-star epic and I really want to buy it, but it's 600,000. I want to be able to scoop that up. So manage your silver. Don't let yourself go broke. If you are broke or you're a new player and you're looking to acquire silver, think about farming those stage 3s to get those shields that sell for about 10% more. And also keep an eye on the market, refresh it when you can, buy those green shards, and look for items that have the proper main stat and substats. So yeah, if you have any questions, drop it down in the comments and I will do my best to help you out. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.